I wish that all the government leaders in the world understand the true important degree of spirituality practice, spiritual practice, and have more research into spiritual group than just hearsay, and then support them, because in supporting spiritual movement, they support their own government too, and give the blessing to their own government, their people, and themselves, the leader. Because the leader, if he does wrong, the country suffer. Not just physically, but also spiritually. Yeah. You remember in the Bible, David, the son of God, he did something wrong, and God punished his land even for 3 days. Yeah? He did something wrong. Remember? Did you read the Bible? Yeah. So the leader is very important to every country. But unfortunately, not many leaders take into consideration of the spiritual merit of his being. He's a being of God, and he does not realize, and he does not take this important, the foremost, the only very important issues of his life into consideration. And that's why since time immemorial, many masters, many spiritual, truly spiritual group has suffered so much. And this is not very good for their land either. This is a very fortunate thing. In the future, people might vote for a spiritual leader, more spiritual one to be their leader, not just a political cleverness and advertisement and campaign tactic. Strategy is easy to have. A spiritual quality is hard to find. In the ancient time, people just follow the spiritual leaders and then automatically become their king. And that's just what it should be. It's not that we really want to be king or queen, we just prefer. We wish that the leader of the world will be more spiritual, more elevated, more enlightened, and knowing more what is the most important issue in their life and the life of their subject. Then the world will become peaceful immediately. There's no need to talk about peace. Yeah.
Foreign Secretary of Germany, he has become, he started to be a vegetarian for a few years now.
Cool.
And he is on a spiritual path.
Very beautiful.
Yeah, it's something.
Oh.
I read an interview in a spiritual magazine, and he said he was going this path.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
This is an example for every other country to follow. Because in the old time we say that first you cultivate yourself, and then second you manage your household, third you may govern the country.
That's maybe why in Greece people had to be so old to be able to govern the country, because they had to do all these things first.
It's better, yes. It's not only that, but when they're elder and they practice longer, they have more wisdom. They're more pacified also. A lot of older people, they're calmer, that's all. Yeah, calmer. Young people are more excited, more easily agitated, and decide things more harshly. That's why. But it's not just the age. It's just, it's a wisdom inside. So if the people who are also old and has more wisdom, then it's much better, because they have experience about life also. And if we practice longer time and we became older, we have more wisdom, and it's good for the country. I think Germany is getting better. God, for a change, huh? For a change, a government leader has spiritual tendency. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. What is he practicing now?
I don't know exactly.
They don't say?
No.
Oh, it's maybe better not. But at least, whatever he follow is his private things, and he don't have to say it, because that mean people that were trying to follow. But if it's a good movement, he should also declare. Yeah. But never mind if he doesn't want to. Maybe it's just to avoid confusion. It's good. Avoid bias, siding. To any group, so it's fine. But at least he's vegetarian, and he say he's practiced spiritual, and it's okay.
And he said vegetarianism started everything with him. This altered his mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. It should be that way. Yeah. First cultivate your body, and then you can manage the household. Then you can govern the country. That's the old saying. If your body and your mind is in a mess, how you even take care of your family happiness? And then how could you think of governing any country at all? And take millions of people's destiny in your hand and mess with it. A lot of leaders just want to go up just to sit there, to have all the power, but they don't know what kind of responsibility they're getting into. And if they don't do well, they're going straight to hell. Many kings are going to hell because they mess up with people's life. They have the power, but they don't use it for the good of the people. Abuse it for their own good and selfish motive. And that's why, don't wish to be king or president at all. It's a very heavy burden, and if you don't manage well, you go straight to hell after that. That's for sure. Too much karma that you create, bad karma.